So while Jesus was hanging on the cross, people were mocking him. People were asking, why couldn't he save himself if he claims to be the Son of God? In the introduction or the first part of this one novel about the war between spiritual forces of light and darkness, when Jesus was being crucified or was being betrayed by Judas and being arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane, while that was happening, the author of this novel was narrating a scene in heaven where Michael, the archangel, was so antsy and anxious to fight, and he was asking God the Father, should we strike dead all of these people who are trying to kill Jesus? The Father is saying, no, you relax, stay put, my will is being done. So what is God's will? Wouldn't it be simpler? Don't you think it would be simpler if Jesus if he had just come down from the cross, right? If he had just come down from the cross and wiped off the face of the earth all of his enemies, the high priest, the Pharisees, all the Roman soldiers, and the Roman emperor. Di ba mas madali na maniwala sa Diyos na, uy, ito yung Diyos natin, di ba? Hindi niya papayagang umunlad, mag-prosper yung kanyang mga kaaway. If he did that, if Jesus came down from the cross, he would have just been another great escape artist like Harry Houdini. Kilala si Houdini, di ba? My magician, escape artist. Or if he killed all of his enemies and showed his military might, he would have just been another one of the greats. Alexander the Great, right? Herod the Great, Charlemagne, ang ibig sabihin ng Charlemagne, Charles the Great, Carlo Magno. Magiging ganun lang siya. And he would have just faded into oblivion. Makakalimutan din siya. Katulad ng pagkakalimot ng mga tao sa mga namatay na nagsasabing, ako yung pinakadakila sa lahat. Di ba? Hanggang ngayon nga merong, kahit sa basketball merong debate. Sino ba yung GOAT? Ano yung ibig sabihin ng GOAT, right? G-O-A-T. Greatest of all time. Kung sino man ang tanghalin na GOAT ngayon, pagkatapos ng 5 taon, 10 taon, 20 taon, 30 taon, wala na makakaalala yan. Hindi na nga makikilala kung sino yung mga contender That's why Jesus did not choose to be one of the greats, but he chose to be the real GOAT, real greatest of all time, by showing not military might, not violence, not magic, but the amazing, awe-inspiring wonder of his mercy. His mission was to reveal his Father as a God who would rather forgive his enemies than kill them. Again, parang mas madali, no? You know what? To be honest, I would just confess this. In my first years, or first weeks or months of being a bishop, following, trying to fill the shoes of a great predecessor, alam nyo, ang panalangin ko sa Diyos, Lord, hindi ba mas madali na makilala ako ng mga tao kung every time mag-pray ako sa may sakit, gagaling? Di ba? Tapos mag-perform ako you perform a miracle through my hands. Hindi ba mas madaling maniwala yung mga tao sa ganon? Siguro mas madali. Pero ang calling ng Panginoon natin, hindi ganoon kadali. Ang gusto niyang ipakita natin, hindi yung himala ng magic, kundi yung himala ng pag-ibig na kayang magbago sa isang tao. Magbago sa isang kriminal at gawin siyang mabait na tao. Magbago sa isang nananakit ng asawa at baguhin sa para maging mapagmahal sa asawa. Isang drug addict na isang productive na miyembro ng lipunan. Yun ang pinakamaganda at pinakamalaking himala. Ang himala ng pag-ibig. Ang kapangyarihan ng pag-ibig. Power of love, not the power of military might. The power of love is what God, is how God wants to be known. And kasi kung ang ipapakita niya, kaya niyang patayin ang lahat ng tao, kaya niyang parusahan, kaya niyang i-torture lahat ng tao. Ang mangyayari, matatakot sa kanya yung mga tao. Di ba? Susunod sa kanya dahil sa takot. Hindi sasamba sa kanya dahil sa kagalakan at kapasalamatan. Intindihan niyo? Kasi yung ibang alipin, yung ibang mga alila, sumusunod sila dahil may takot eh. May takot na hindi paswelduhin. May takot na baka sila saktan. O whatever, no? Merong takot na gano'n eh. Pero kung ang pagsunod natin sa Panginoon ay galing sa puso, hindi galing sa takot, yun ang tunay na pagsamba. Yun ang tunay na pagsamba. God would rather have us worship Him in awe of His mercy than grovel or kowtow to Him in dread of His violence. You can tweet that if you want. Kasi ganun ang isang araw, ang mangyayari, and this has been prophesied, right? That every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord. Yung ibang Kristiyano, ang tingin nila mangyayari yan dahil lahat ng tao matatakot sa Diyos. Hindi. Mangyayari yan dahil lahat ng tao, the whole world, as is prophesied, the whole world will be filled with the knowledge and love of God. Pag napuno ang buong mundo ng pag-ibig ng Diyos at ng pagkakakilala sa Kanyang kabutihan, hindi sa takot sa Kanyang pagiging magagalitin at violenteng Diyos, pag nangyari yung ganon, malaman ng buong mundo ang Kanyang pag-ibig, doon sila luluhod. Yun ang magiging dahilan kung bakit sila luluhod at sasabing, tunay nga, Jesus is Lord and God's love is great. Pakaganda, no? At yun ang ating misyon. Yun ang misyon ni Jesus is to make that love known. And that also is our mission, to make God known that way. How do we do that? The same way Jesus did it. By Himself being the exact representation of His Father. Because who our Father is, that's who we should be too. That's what we should be like. Because in the first place, we were created in His image and in His likeness. And we are ambassadors of His kingdom. Pag sinabing ambassador, pinapakilala mo yung bansa mo, yung kultura mo, yung mga customs and traditions ninyo, pinapakilala mo sa mga taong hindi nakakaalam nito. At yun ang ating misyon. Dahil gano'n na lang kabait, gano'n na lang kabuti ang ating Diyos Ama na iminigay ang Kanyang sarili at yun ang ating dapat ipahayag. Because that's the way it is in the kingdom of our God.